केले चालू प्लीज चेक लाईव्ह चालू केले हे ऑनलाईन चालू केलंय हॅलो चालू केलंय लाईव्ह डेटा संपला लाईव्ह केले लाईव्ह अरे लाईव्ह चालू झाले तुम्ही लाईव्ह या गप्पा मारायचा बंद करा
ऑडिओ बंद करा ही सगळं ऑडिओ ऐकलं
तुम्ही दोघेच बोलताय फक्त हॅलो आवाज येत नाही माझा
लाईव्ह सुरू आहे क्लिक समजल्याने सुरू झाला
सर्व आलेत ऑनलाईन प्लीज टेल मी हाय हॅलो Is there all student online? Jay Varkade Shivam Bhavar. I'm audible to everyone. Is it not clear? काय क्लिअर नाही जय? जय काय क्लिअर नाहीये? Okay, so let's check what is the case law of Balfour versus Balfour. Fact, it means what is the case law? केस लॉ मध्ये काय होतं, हस्बैंड ने अपनी वाइफ से प्रॉमिस किया था कि वो उसे हर साल $30 देगा, बाद में उसने देने से मना किया. The case law of Balfour versus Balfour law. In this case law, husband has a promise to give her wife for his wife for a $30, but sometime it has denied to give the rupees. In this case, it is the like a domestic agreement, or it is the agreement created due to love or affection. So this is a not enforceable by law, and this is the domestic agreement, so it is not a contract. This is the case law of Balfour versus Balfour law. So held it means, fact means केस काय होती, दॅट इज द फॅक्ट. फॅक्ट मीन्स केस मध्ये काय फॅक्ट होती, आणि हेल्ड मीन्स कन्क्लुजन. कोर्टाने काय कन्क्लुजन दिलं, एक डोमेस्टिक एग्रीमेंट था, इसका बेस लव एंड अफेक्शन था, ना कि लीगल ड्यूटी. सो द जजमेंट ऑफ द कोर्ट, डोमेस्टिक एग्रीमेंट इवन इफ एंटर्ड it deliberately are not a contract. It means even if it is entered on the honestly, but still it is a not a contract, due to this is the domestic agreement, or it is a created due to love or affection. So this is a not a contract. Is it clear? Is it clear the case law of Balfour versus Balfour? Tell me in comment. It is clear what is the case law of Balfour versus Balfour. The ratio प्रिंसिपल, जब एग्रीमेंट का फाउंडेशन नेचुरल लव, अफेक्शन, कॉन्फिडेंस या डोमेस्टिक टाइज पर होता है, तो उसमें लीगल रिलेशनशिप क्रिएट करने का इंटेंशन नहीं माना जाता, एंड इसलिए ऐसे एग्रीमेंट को इनफोर्सेबल बाय लॉ नहीं कहा जाता. सो जो भी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ love and affection, on the basis of domestic, on the basis of family relations से create जो भी contract होता है, that is not a agreement होता है, that is not a enforceable by law. And if it is not enforceable by law, in that case this is a not a contract. Is it clear? See the example: house, husband wife agreement, parent child promise, friend promise, religious oblique charitable promise, social promise. This is all the agreement is created due to love, affection, due to domestic, due to religious. So this is not a contract as per contract act, because it is not enforceable by law. So in husband wife agreement, husband promise wife to give her monthly pocket money. husband ने वाईफला husband ने वाईफला प्रॉमिस केलं की आय विल गिव्ह यू पॉकेट मनी टू एव्हरी मंथ. in this case, this is not a enforceable by law. This agreement is not enforceable by law, so this is not a contract. Even if you can check in this parent child promise, father promises to son गिफ्ट बाईक ऑन हिज बर्थडे. पॅरेंटने चाइल्डला प्रॉमिस केलं आय विल गिव्ह बाईक ऑन युअर बर्थडे, अँड इफ parent has not given bike to his child. In this case, child cannot go in court and say you have to give me the bike, because in this agreement the parent child is a relationship is there, and so this is a not a contract, and court it cannot be enforceable. So this is not a contract. So friend promise, one friend has promised to give to another friend, this is also not a contract because it is not enforceable by law. I will always help you in any situation. Suppose this is x and this is y. X has said to y, if you in any trouble, I will help you. And so this is a orally. In this case there is an also no consideration, so this is a not a promise, so this is not a contract as per contract act 1872, because it cannot be, it cannot be create a any. घेऊन जाणतो मी, लाईव्ह चालू आहे. So this is a not a contract because it cannot be enforceable by law, and it is a created due to love and affection. So please check in this religious oblique charitable promises. In religious or charitable promises, if suppose I have given a promise to some any temple, like I have given a promise to in Ranjangaon Ganpati, I will be donate rupees 1 lakh to everyone, but after few year I am denied to give. In this case, temple trustee or a temple cannot go in court and file suit against me, because this is a religious or charitable promises. So this is not a contract because it is not enforceable by law. And I will donate rupees 1 lakh to the temple every year, and after few year I have denied to give the donation. In that case, it is not enforceable by law. So and this is not a contract as per contract act, because this agreement is not enforceable by law. Social promise, if this is x and this is Mrs. X, and X has a given promise to Miss X. Mrs. X, I will treat you on your promotion. जर तुझं प्रमोशन झालं तर in that case also Mrs. cannot go in the court and file suit against X, because this is because this agreement is not enforceable by law. Is it clear? Is it clear to everyone? Please tell me in the comment box it is clear to everyone. Notice a contract, you can say the legal intention present. In this case, if there is a legal intention to complete it, in that case this is the contract. So sale of goods, if this is A and this is B, A has a promise to sell goods to B. In this case, suppose A says I will sell my laptop for rupees 40,000 to you. In this case, B has a given offer to A has a given offer to B, and B has accept this offer. Yes, I will be ready to buy this laptop for a 40,000. And in this case, if A has a paid to B, if A B has a paid to A, and A has to give the laptop to the B, this is the legal intention to complete this contract. So this agreement will be the contract because it is enforceable by law. This agreement as well as enforceable by law. So this is the contract. Please check loan agreement. In loan, if I will return 50,000 in a 6 month with 6% interest. This is Mr. A, and this is ABC Bank. A has a given promise to ABC Bank. I will return 50,000 in 6 months with 6% interest. In this, the legal intention is present, and this is the contract. Court can execute this. So, if there is an agreement as well as enforceable by law, in this case, this is the contract. Please check service agreement. I will work for you, will pay me 30,000 per month. Suppose A has to give the promise to B that I will work for you and you will pay me a 30,000 per month, because A has a given service to B and B has a given money to A. In this case, this is a also legal intention is there present. So the agreement plus enforceability by law. So this is the contract. So for to identify is there contract or not, please check this 5 key point. Intention to create a legal relationship is essential for contract. If there is a intention to create legal relation, so it is essential to contract. Domestic, social, religious agreement are based on love, affection, or morality, not a law, and this is not a contract. Court will not enforce such agreement. हर एग्रीमेंट को कॉन्ट्रैक्ट नहीं होता, सिर्फ वो एग्रीमेंट कॉन्ट्रैक्ट होता है जो enforceable by law. That is we have already seen every agreement is not a contract, but every contract is an the agreement. One line revision: the test is not to agreement itself, but the intention of the parties. पार्टीचं इंटेन्शन पाहिजे कंप्लीट करण्यासाठी, फक्त टेस्ट असून नाही चालत. टिप फॉर एक्झाम: look for intention behind the agreement. If legal intention is absent, there is the no contract. How to see the legal intention? To check this, there is a no domestic, social, or religious agreement. There is no domestic, social, or religious agreement. If there is a domestic, social, or religious agreement, yes, it is not a contract, since there is a no intention to create a legal relationship. And the case law is Balfour versus Balfour. You have to memorize this case law, that is a Balfour versus Balfour. It is clear this? Please tell me in comment box it is clear. See the next topic: essential of valid contract. Essential of valid contract means, please tell me in the comment box essential of valid contract. Essential of means what? Essential means what? Please tell me in comment box. Essential. Yes, past. Please tell me in the comment box. Essential means what? All people are there. All people are there. Please tell me in the comment box. माझा आवाज येतोय सर्वांना? Please tell me in the comment box. Essential means what? It is the requirement. Essential means what? Requirement. is it is it necessary, it is a requirement. एखादं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट व्हॅलिड आहे की नाही हे चेक करण्यासाठी आपल्याला खालील पॉईंट चेक करायला लागतील. दॅट इज इसेन्शियल. Essential, it means it is a requirement of the valid contract. एखादं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट व्हॅलिड आहे का नाही हे चेक करण्यासाठी खाली जे काय पॉईंट दिलेले असतील दॅट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट. सो द इसेन्शियल ऑफ व्हॅलिड कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट. A contract is an agreement enforceable by law. For agreement to become a valid contract, certain essential must be present. So, agreement एन्फोर्सेबल बाय लॉ आहे की नाही हे चेक करण्यासाठी आपल्याला खालील पॉईंट चेक करायचे. ॲज पर सेक्शन 10, इसेन्शियल एलिमेंट नॉट मेन्शन्ड इन सेक्शन 10 बट ऑल्सो इसेन्शियल. दोन टाईपच्या रिक्वायरमेंट दिल्यात आपल्याला. एकतर ॲज पर सेक्शन 10 मध्ये काही रिक्वायरमेंट दिलेल्या आहेत आणि इकडे नॉट मेन्शन इन ॲज पर सेक्शन 10 बट इट इज द रिक्वायरमेंट. सो we have to check for both this as well as this. This is given in section 10 and this is not given in section 10, but we have to check also this. So check first, there is the agreement as per section. एखादं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट आहे का नाही हे चेक करण्यासाठी आपल्याला काय पाहिजे. फर्स्ट देअर हॅज टू बी द agreement. So if there is no agreement, in that case there is not a question of law, question for the contract. So there is the mandatory for the agreement compulsory पाहिजे. This is the first essential of the valid contract as per section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. There must be a proposal and acceptance between party forming an agreement. So the एखादं कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट व्हॅलिड आहे का नाही हे चेक करण्यासाठी आपल्याला फर्स्ट काय पाहिजे. There has to be the agreement. That is the first essential of the Indian of the contract as per the Indian Contract Act 1872 or of the section 10. So there must be the proposal and accepting between the parties forming an agreement. So example, A offer to sell his a bike to B and B accept the offer. Once offer is accepted and there will be consideration. So this is the agreement and first point will be the agreement. Is it clear? Is it clear? First point, agreement. Yes, please tell me in the comment box it is clear. First point. Please check second point. There will be the free consent. What is a free consent? Consent means acceptance. And the acceptance will be free. असं नाही की सपोज ए हॅज अ गिवन प्रपोजल टू बी आणि ए ने बीच्या डोक्याला गन लावून गन पॉइंट वरती सांगितलं की तुला ही वस्तू घ्यायला लागेल किंवा तुला हे गुड्स घ्यायला लागतील किंवा तुला हे डील करायला लागेल. इन दिस केस इफ बी हॅज अ गिवन हिज कन्सेंट इन द प्रेशर or at on the gun point, in this case this is a not a free consent. समोरचा व्यक्तीने कुठल्याही प्रेशरमध्ये न येता कुठल्याही अंडू इन्फ्लुअन्समध्ये न येता कन्सेंट दिलेली पाहिजे. अँड दॅट इज कॉल्ड द फ्री कन्सेंट. दॅट इज द फ्री ॲक्सेप्टन्स, नॉट इन अ प्रेशर or not in a any coercion, any fraud, any undue influence or misrepresentation or by mistake. समोरच्या व्यक्तीने कोअर्शन मीन्स कुठल्याही प्रेशरमध्ये किंवा समोरच्या व्यक्तीला धमकी देऊन घेतलेला ऍक्सेप्टन्स, दॅट इज कोअर्शन. एखाद्याला फ्रॉड करून एखाद्यासोबत एखाद्याला फसवून त्याचं कन्सेंट घेतलेले असेल, किंवा एखाद्या समोरच्यानी एखाद्या व्यक्तीच्या इन्फ्लुअन्समध्ये येऊन दिलेली कन्सेंट असेल, किंवा समोरच्याला मिसरिप्रेझेंटेशन मीन्स एखाद्याला चुकीची माहिती देऊन कन्सेंट घेतलेली असेल, किंवा बाय मिस्टेक समोरच्यानी कन्सेंट दिलेली असेल, तर इट इज अ नॉट अ फ्री कन्सेंट. Or if there is no free consent, so there is the no contract. As per legal contract, there has to be the free consent. If there is the free consent, so it is the contract. If there is no free consent, it is not a valid contract. The example, A agree willingly without any pressure. समोरच्या जो काय ऍक्सेप्टन्स देणारी पार्टी आहे त्याच्यावरती कुठलंही प्रेशर नाही पाहिजे, कुठल्याही फ्रॉडच्या याच्यामध्ये दिलेलं नाही पाहिजे, त्याला कुठलंही मिस इंटरप्रिट केलेलं नाही पाहिजे. In that case, it is a free consent. And for the contract, the second essential will be the free consent as per section 10. Is it clear? Free consent, what is a free consent? It is clear to everyone? It is clear to everyone what is a free consent? Yes, clear. So the third point will be competency of the parties. Competency means what? The party must be competent to do the contract. Suppose एखादी समोरची party and it is a under 18 age, because under 18 age it is a minor and it is not capable to do the contract. Suppose एखाद्या 15 वर्षाच्या व्यक्तीसोबत आपण कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट केलं आणि उद्या समोरच्या पार्टीने कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट फुलफिल नाही केलं आणि आपण कोर्टात गेलो आणि सांगितलं की this person is not able to fulfill the contract, please should file against him. In this case, court will not allow because this is the minor, because it is a minor, and on minor court will not file again file a suit against him. So the party must be competent to do the contract. Suppose एखादा व्यक्ती वेड आहे आणि आपण त्याच्यासोबत कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट केलंय, in this case court also not enforceable this contract, because the next party is not do the it is not a competent to do the contract, because it is a not capable of doing the contract. जर समोरची व्यक्ती वेडी आहे, समोरची व्यक्ती अंडर 18 एज आहे, एखाद्या व्यक्तीला लिहिता येत नाही, वाचता येत नाही आणि आपण त्याच्यासोबत इंग्लिश कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट करून त्याची सही घेतली, शिक्का घेतला किंवा थंब घेतला आपण, इट इज ऑल्सो नॉट अ the contract, because this person is not competent to do the contract. So समोरची पार्टी जर कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट करण्यायोग्य नसेल तर it is a not a contract. So the third essential of the contract is a competency of the party. That party must be competent to do the contract. So party must competent to the contract, that is of sound mind. Sound mind means, unsound mind means Veda. Sound mind means it is a you can say Veda nahi, it is a able to do the contract. And if there is given that the person will be unsound mind, it means समोरचा व्यक्ती वेडा आहे, is not capable to do the contract. Major मेजर अँड नॉट डिस्क्वालिफाईड बाय लॉ. समोरचा व्यक्ती मायनर नाही पाहिजे, मेजर पाहिजे आणि नॉट डिस्क्वालिफाईड लॉ, म्हणजे कोर्टाने एखाद्या व्यक्तीला डिस्क्वालिफाय नाही केलेलं पाहिजे. सपोज आपण एखाद्या वकिलाकडे गेलो आणि त्याला सांगितलं माझी केस तुला लढायची, 50,000 रुपये ॲज अ ॲडव्हान्स फीस पेड केला आणि लेटर ऑन आपल्याला समजलं की त्याला त्याची सनद कोर्टाने काढून घेतलेली. सो इन दिस केस इट इज अ नॉट अ able to attend your case, and he cannot able to go in the court and attend your case because त्याची सनद रद्द आहे. So he cannot perform your case. In this case the party is not competent to the contract. सो नॉट अ डिस्क्वालिफाईड लॉ म्हणजे जो एखादी व्यक्ती त्याचं प्रोफेशन असेल किंवा ती व्यक्ती कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट करण्यासाठी योग्य नाही, त्याला कोर्टाने डिस्क्वालिफाय केलेलं आहे. दॅट इज द you can say it is a not the person should not be disqualified by law, or it is called the competent person. Suppose the कोर्टाने एखाद्या व्यक्तीला डिस्क्वालिफाय केले, तर इट इज नॉट कॉम्पिटंट टू डू द कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट. सो समोरची व्यक्ती कॉन्ट्रॅक्ट करण्यासाठी कॉम्पिटंट पाहिजे. दिस इज द थर्ड major essential, that is the competency of the parties. The party must be competent to do the contract. Example, A who is a 25-year-old and sound mind. एखादा व्यक्ती पण 25-year-old आहे and it is a sound mind, so it is the competent. Is it clear what is the competency? Please tell me in the comment box. It is clear what is the competency? Yes, please. Lawful consideration. Consideration price for the promise must be lawful and not illegal against the public policy. Suppose मी एखाद्या व्यक्तीला सांगितलं, सपोज दिस इज एक्स अँड दिस इज वाय. एक्सनी वायला सांगितलं, आय विल गिव्ह ₹50,000. अगेन्स्ट दिस प्लीज गिव्ह मी अ, यू कॅन से 10 ग्रॅम ड्रग्स. सपोज एक्सने सांगितलं, आय विल गिव्ह 50,000 टू बी वाय, अँड वाय अँड से टू द वाय, प्लीज गिव्ह मी 10 gram drugs against for this 50,000. So X, Y has a given legal consideration to X, but in return, Y is a given 10 gram drugs to X. This is not a legal consideration. Drugs is a not a legal consideration. Rupees 50,000 is a legal consideration, but this 10 gram drugs is a not a legal consideration. So the consideration will be lawful. That is, the consideration price for the promise must be lawful and not a illegal or against the public policy. Example, A buy laptop from B for rupees 30,000. Laptop as well as rupees 30,000 is a legal consideration. This is the legal and this consideration is illegal. So it is a clear what is a lawful consideration. It is clear to everyone what is lawful consideration. Please tell, please tell me in the comment box. Then fifth is a lawful object. Object of the contract must be lawful. Object of the agreement must be lawful and not forbidden by law or against the public policy or immoral. Means जे काय ॲग्रीमेंटचा ऑब्जेक्ट असेल, जे काय ॲग्रीमेंटचा पर्पज असेल, जे काय इंटेन्शनने ॲग्रीमेंट आपण बनवलेलं असेल, दॅट मस्ट बी लॉफुल. सपोज ए ने बी सोबत ॲग्रीमेंट केलं, प्लीज do see the murder and I will give you rupees 10,000. A has a promise to B, please do the murder of C and in that return I will give you rupees 10,000 to A. This is not a lawful object because the intention to create this agreement, it is a illegal. The intention behind this agreement is a illegal. So it is a not lawful object. The object of the agreement or the intention of the agreement, the purpose behind the agreement should be legal and it is a not illegal. And it is called lawful object. Is it clear to everyone? The agreement not expressly declared to be void. Agreement should not be expressly declared void by law. So we have already seen what is the void agreement. एखादं ॲग्रीमेंट वाईड केलेलं नाही पाहिजे ॲज पर लॉ. If the agreement is void, in that case this is a not a contract. So the sixth essential of the contract is the agreement should not be declared to be a void as per law. The agreement should be valid. You can say the agreement should be valid and not a void. Agreement should be valid and not a void. So this is the sixth elements of the valid contract. It is essential for the contract. Any agreement, it is a contract or not. To find out this, it is a six element. It's required and it is the essential. It essential means it's a required as per section 10 of the Indian Contract Act. Is it clear to everyone? And I thought we have to stop here. We'll बाकीचे जे ॲज पर not as per section 10 आहेत but it is also important and we have to see this tomorrow. I think we have to stop here. Is it? Thanks for coming to online. This is our first day, so there might be some deficiency in there, but definitely we will sure to remove this in next lecture. So thanks to everyone. The tomorrow session will be offline at our class. मी व्हॉट्सअपवरती टायमिंग अपडेट करतो. How many students are there? I think four, na? Jay, Shivam, Pushparaj, and Sarthak Maski. Is this today lecture is fruitful to you? Okay, so thanks to everyone and good night for all. Good night to all.
Papa मला तुझं काम बघू दे. पप्पा मला तुझं काम बघतो. पप्पा मला तुझं काम बघू दे. पप्पा मला काम बघून देतो का? बाबा पप्पा छान आहे. काय